Hey guys, sorry for posting this so late. I had to eat some Cheetos and Oreos when I got home because I was starving. Alright, so what I'm going to do is first off, I'm going to go over how to write word problems for the inequality that you set up, and also eventually I'm going to get to showing you how to do all these things again, just in case if you have forgotten any of it, because as stated during class, you will be having your project, aka assessment project, tomorrow. Okay, I don't know why I'm on this page. Anyway, so for this inequality here, 3x plus 12 is greater than or equal to 54. What you could literally pick any place in the world that you want to go. You could be buying something. I think buying something is the easiest thing to talk about. Make sure you start off with 12, right? That's your constant. That's the thing that was there. And then you're going to be, for this problem, adding by 3. Okay? And whatever it is, you want to have greater than or equal to 54. To show you some examples of this one, which we did during class, but just to help you see some other people's examples. This first one is Burger King has 12 burgers on their menu. I'm going to take this out. They want to add 3 burgers per week, which would explain why the variable is next to 3, right? And they're adding. And they want to have greater than or equal to 54 burgers by the end of this year. I would just, to make this perfect, I would add how many weeks do they need to add burgers. Alright? That is perfect. This one over here, I have already spent $12 on Pierce the Veil posters. They're banned. Okay? And this girl was like, I love them. Alright? If each, I'm going to change this to, if each poster costs $3, each poster costs $3, and I want to spend at least $54, how many additional posters can she get? Okay? If you feel like reading this one, it's ridiculous, but you can read it. If you were to change this inequality, guys, to let's say 5x plus 20 is greater than or equal to 40, these word problems still work. I'm going to change the numbers though. So for this one, I would have to start off with 20 burgers because that's my constant. So that would be 20. And it looks like since the 5 is the number, the coefficient that's next to the variable, I would be adding 5 burgers per week. And it says they want to have greater than or equal to 40 burgers, right? So you can literally make up any kind of situation that you want. Hopefully that helps. So I'm going to stick with this burger one. I'm going to copy this over to this page. So let's just say that that is what I decided to use as my word problem. Right? If you want to really be ahead, this is the way to get ahead. This is the inequality that we said, or me talking to myself in the computer, would work. So that did not work. I will rewrite it. 5x plus 20 is greater than or equal to 40. Now we have our inequality. Now you have to solve it. Okay? So, oh, by the way, this is the reviewing part. So if you want to keep paying attention, great. I think you should. But if you just wanted help with the word problem, I'm done with that. Okay? Alright, so the easiest thing to get rid of is this plus 20. And you would do that by subtracting 20 on both sides. All that's left over here is 5x is greater than or equal to 40 minus 20 will give you 20. Then we have to divide by 5. And your answer for this will be x is greater than or equal to 4. Okay? For me, I think the easiest thing to do next is to knock out, that is horrible, to knock out your graph, right? You need a number line. Like I said, you could put in a bunch of numbers if you want, but I think the easiest way to do it is just plugging in, or starting off with 0. According to this solution, we need a 4. So I'm going to put that there. On the opposite side, you could put a -4. Now, since this is x is greater than or equal to 4, is it going to be closed or open? It is going to be closed, because it can be equal to 4. This arrow is pointing this way, so my graph should match it. Okay? Now, to pick viable and non-viable, for your assessment you're going to have to do 3 examples of viable and 2 examples of non-viable. I'll get more into detail with that tomorrow during class. But for this one, where it says x is greater than or equal to 4, a viable solution could be 5. 5 is greater than or equal to 4. And a non-viable solution could be, I'm going to go with 2, because 2 is not greater than or equal to 4. Now, for this viable and non-viable solution, remember you have to be able to prove it. So we're going to plug it back in to this original inequality, okay? So I'm going to write 5 times, instead of x, it's going to be 5 here. 5 times 5 plus 20 is greater than or equal to 40. We multiply first, so 5 times 5. If you put that side in your calculator, find out what it equals, that works too. But 5 times 5 is 25 plus 20. This left side will give you 45 is greater than or equal to 40. That's how you prove that this is viable, because this is true. 45 is greater than or equal to 40. Now I'm going to rewrite it, but for my x, this time is going to be 5 times 2 plus 20 is greater than or equal to 40. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 20 is 30. So this one is non-viable because 30 is not greater than or equal to 40. Okay? Now let's jump to the last 2 boxes. The meaning of the variable. For the meaning of your variable, I want you to think what's happening in your problem. So like I said last week when we talked about the ice cream cone, it would be the number of toppings, right? For this problem, it would be the number of weeks that Burger King will be adding burgers to their menu. So, sorry, I was talking to myself again. So that works. The meaning of the variable in this, what they're trying to do, or the thing we don't know, I think that's a really important way to think about it. What don't we know? We don't know the number of weeks that the Burger King will be adding burgers to their menu, right? And then the meaning of your solution is basically the same thing as this, except we're plugging in our solution, which is this. So if our solution is x is greater than or equal to 4, that means that Burger King can add burgers to their menu for 4, or I'll say less than or equal to 4 weeks. Alright? So this matches exactly with what we talked about over here and here. It's kind of a blend of the two. Okay? So if you guys are able to do this, you are pretty on top of it. I know I said to only do this for the homework, but really guys, I mean, you could do as much of the back as you want. That would really put you in a good place for your assessment. aka project, because you could just copy the stuff down onto the project that we work on tomorrow. Okay? Um, comment if you have any questions or send me an email. I'll be around today to answer any of your questions. Okay? Have a great day, guys. Peace.